Well, here I am in downtown Lake Tahoe, the town itself, and motorcycle's making an odd noise from the rear. At first I suspected it was the chain, loose chain, a little slushy, a little something. Nope. I put on the brakes and it made a bad growling sound, so that's the opposite of good. Here I am on California Highway 92, riding towards San Mateo. It is going to be a pumpkin festival this weekend. Festival? Oh yeah, festival. Yeah, $5 or less. All. Wow, that's quite a thing. Anyway, just about half mile away from the ocean, and here I am in the little breadbasket that is California. I just left Half Moon Bay, and I'm riding toward Sacramento and Roseville. Roseville is where my dad and my stepmom used to live. They've both since passed away, but I've got a good friend that lives there. Didn't ever know them. A good friend from Parsons, where I worked as a consultant for a couple of years after I retired from crime fighting. So anyway, on my way to visit her and her hubby, and see what they have in Roseville. But anyway, nice little area. It's what, 8:30? It's right at 9 o'clock. So, yep, it's gonna be a good day, and I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm gonna. Oh, maybe I'll take a pony ride. Y'all got any of them big ponies? Anyway, just yeah. Well, I'll check in a little bit later from this cool road. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Well, here I am in absolutely crap traffic in California. Lane splitting is allowed. I've done some while I've been here. Not much, but a little. Just enough to kind of say I did. But with traffic kind of flowing, it's not terrible. So I'm willing to put up with it, but I say that, and here I go. Yeah. So that's nice. I mean, you can just kind of get through traffic. Yeah, I don't know. I did just feel odd hesitation on the bike. Makes me nervous. I'm not happy about that. Anyway. Yeah, the Africa Twin has a problem that Honda has not yet addressed, and it's a fuel issue. The fuel filter and fuel pump get clogged frequently, and some believe that it's brought about by the what's used to affix the fuel pump to the inside of the gas tank. That material breaks down over time, and that material breaking down gets into the fuel filter and clogs it. I'd rather it clog the fuel filter than clog the fuel injectors, but the fuel filter is inside the gas tank, so you can't just change the fuel filter. You know, it's not an inline fuel filter. It's not easy to get to. It's about 6 hours of work for a shop and about 10 hours of work for me on the side of the road. Not something that I want to do, but because I'm a Boy Scout, of course I have one. I have a spare, but God almighty, I hate it. I just wish that Honda would address it, because I paid for that repair. And it was not a little, it was a lot. I actually paid for it twice, because they thought they had it fixed, and I got back on the road and was not fixed. So anyway, crazy. Well, there is San Francisco. Here in the heart of San Francisco. Well, isn't that something? Well, that traffic didn't suck too bad. Oh my. Oh, California. Oh, California. That's so crazy. So I'm taking the Bay Bridge toward Oakland, but I'm cutting through downtown, really just so I could see it again. Kind of neat to ride through downtown. More traffic, but I've got it timed about right. Traffic doesn't suck. So, and if I see something that I just want to jump out and do, I'll jump out and do it. But I don't think I'm going to see that. Anyway. Alright, so here's another beautiful bridge in California, and terrible traffic management for construction. I'm going to try to get out of here without getting hit. Yeah. Oh, it's just a traffic incident with a young fine motor copper there, riding his BMW R1200 RTP in the house. Anyway, cool bridge. Sometimes where you are is obvious by the scenery, and if you are a student of geography, you might recognize the bridge ahead. We'll pass through it real quick and on my way to visit some friends, and then I'll let you pause and maybe you can see. Oh my, Cascades are coming down? Okay. Okay. Well, oh, okay. Gosh, I was about to say, we're trapped. Anyway, that is downtown Sacramento. That's what that is. Quite a bridge. And that's the state capitol directly ahead there. The state of California. All right. Here I am in Northern California on beautiful California 50 on my way to South Tahoe, and forest fires in the area have created well, a very unpleasant ride and unsightly one as well. I mean, they're beautiful cabins right across the lake, I guess. I mean, across the lake, across the, that's the north or south fork of the American River. But I can't see much. So not only is the scenery dry, arid, and there are plenty of cars, this is what I can see. And the air is just it's hard to breathe. So lucky people in cars get to hit recirculate, but I do not. It is midday here, just in case you're curious what being near a forest fire looks like in midday. The visibility is maybe a quarter mile, maybe. I wouldn't even call it that. It's bad. I just hope it improves as I gain elevation. I know smoke rises, but I'm just thinking, maybe. I'm just hoping against hope that it gets better. I mean, it's got to improve at some point, but I'd like to get to South Tahoe for lunch, and I'd like to see the mountaintops and all that jazz and all the prettiness, but that's just maybe just not going to happen today. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Anyway, I'll check in from Lake Tahoe and then on to Carson City and or Reno. One of those. We'll see. All right. So as if on cue, about 10 miles away from Tahoe, the smoke cleared, and great scenes like this are all around. It's absolutely beautiful. Quite a cliff right there, quite a drop off, but wow, yeah, very pretty. And there's Lake Tahoe. You can see the mountains around. No snow on them yet, at least not that I can see. Higher elevations have some smoke there off to the right, but man, just in front of me, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day to have lunch on Lake Tahoe, which I intend to do. So I will check in from there. I'm encouraged that the smoke cleared. That's nice. Nice. Well, here I am in downtown Lake Tahoe, the town itself, and motorcycle's making an odd noise from the rear. At first I suspected it was the chain, loose chain, a little slushy, a little something. Nope. I put on the brakes and it made a bad growling sound. A bad growling sound. Listen to me, I'm crazy. Anyway, it made a bad growling sound, so that's the opposite of good. I'm gonna take a pause and have lunch first, and then take a look at the bike after lunch. Yeah, very concerned. I'm not concerned that it's gonna throw me off the bike or anything, but it's a bother. I just wish it weren't this way. I guess this is the entrance to Nevada. I guess this is the state line. Yep, because there are two casinos right here. Yeah, you see over there is the sign, Nevada state line. And it says Lake Tahoe, Nevada, elevation 6,285 feet. I'm just kind of looking for a place to eat on the water. It might not be available, but I'll give it a shot. I'm just gonna look, see what's around. It looks like up ahead, Zephyr Cove. I get kind of close to the water and further along, so I'll get out of this business and get a little bit further down the road, and then we'll see what's available for lunch. This is how I travel. I don't know, so I just guess. There's a huge Hard Rock hotel and Hell's Kitchen, and yeah, 4 huge casinos all in the same block. Welcome to Nevada. Okay. All right. So there's Lake Tahoe. Not bad. And here's a little tunnel near Lake Tahoe. I still haven't had lunch. I went through downtown Tahoe and did not grab lunch there. I'm kind of regretting it right about now. Yeah. But I'm in Nevada, and the scene through the trees is really pretty. It's a huge lake, actually patrolled by the United States Coast Guard, because it borders 2 states. They have jurisdiction there. Pretty cool. If you care about Coast Guard bases and Coast Guard jurisdictions, I think, man, how awesome would that be to be assigned to the Coast Guard, Lake Tahoe. I think you'd have to be on the ski patrol in the winter. Crazy. Anyway. Well, so I'm in Carson City, Nevada. Beautiful town. Michael's Cycle Works. It's a authorized Honda dealer, but they don't work on Africa Twins. And I said, got a terrible noise coming out of the back of my bike. Can somebody take a look at it? No, our service department is about 2 weeks out. 2 weeks schedule. Great. So if somebody comes in off the road with a busted motorcycle, what do you do? Oh, they wait. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. So I put it up on the center stand, tightened the chain, lubed it. I'm not certain exactly what the noise is out the back, but I'll get it checked out. But if you're ever in Carson City, Nevada, and you need some help, don't stop here. See ya. Well, hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Here I am with my beautiful Africa twin in Reno, Nevada. Beautiful Reno, famous for Reno 911 in the background, and maybe infamous for great service on motorcycles. I suspect they're going to be famous for it. They're going to do a great job, I'm sure of it, here at Big Valley Honda. I called them yesterday to describe an issue with my motorcycle. I've got a busted front fork seal. I really don't care about that. It's just seeping a little bit. But the back end, it sounds like there's frickin' gravel in the back end somewhere. It's not good. So hopefully it's just a quick fix. Maybe something got unbolted, like a brake caliper or something like that. I don't know, so I guess we'll find out. Anyway, I'll check in a little bit later and let everybody know how it's going. Really sick of this motorcycle breaking down. I had the fuel filter issue, now famous fuel filter issue that Honda has not addressed in the Africa Twin, and then both front fork seals gave way, and the replacement has given way, and so I'm starting to be concerned about the reliability of the Africa Twin, which is a shame because it's a Honda, and Honda really used to be known for their reliability. So maybe looking to finish the Great North American Motorcycle Tour on a different motorcycle. I would hate to do that, but I can't spend all of my days at a place like this. I mean, it's lovely. Reno's a nice town. I had a great dinner last night, but God bless America. All right, well, that's it. Hawk from the road. Be safe, and I'll check in later, let you know how it went. All right, so how did it go at Big Valley Honda? Well, it went okay. They diagnosed it. They diagnosed the noise as a brake problem. They said brakes are vibrating and slapping up against the brake disc. So they needed to replace the rear brake pads and the parking brake pads. Remember, this motorcycle is the DCT model, and so it has a parking brake also. Well, they had the parking brake pads, but they didn't have the other brake pads. Well, as fate would have, Michael's Cycle Works in Carson City, who I just saw yesterday, they had those brake pads in stock, but of course they didn't have anyone to install them. So I went to Michael's and put on brake pads in the parking lot to the tune of $42.90 something. So at Big Valley Honda, they charged me $42.50 for the parking brake pads, and then with adjust the chain and with the service call, it totaled up to be $93.62. So far I'm at $42.93 and $93.62. So I'm right at about $36 for $136 for this repair, to repair the noise. Now that would have been super. Man, that would have been great. But then I had to pay this bill next. This bill is for $325 for towing, because it was not the brake pads, it was not the chain making noise, it was actually the rear bearing. So I left Reno and actually got on the highway called the loneliest road in America, and then realized, hey, I'm still hearing all this noise. And I actually asked when I was there, I test rode it, rode back and said, hey guys, making the same noise. Yeah, it's just because the chain is old. Okay, all right. So the chain is old, my brakes are new, I should be good. Yep, you're good to go. So I took off, boom, across northern Nevada I go, until I couldn't go anymore. Now, riding at 60, 65 miles an hour, when your rear bearing goes out, damn lucky that I survived that. But I was able to get on the shoulder of the road, didn't crash, found some new friends. They rendered me some aid. They let me use their cell phone. My phone wouldn't work there. My mother was in a panic. She noticed that I had been stopped in one area for a while, had a great trooper stop to help me out. He remained there until the wrecker arrived. Wrecker arrived, great, very professional, but about a 35-mile trip into Elko, Nevada. And then in Elko, Nevada, because it was Saturday night now, the shop opens on Tuesday morning, which means the soonest they can even take a look at it is Tuesday morning. So far on the motorcycle, I have from Action, I have a bill from Action for $359 for the repair of the fuel filter problem. And also $466 for the repair of the fuel filter problem. They thought they had it fixed once, and then nope. You know, I got 11 miles down the road, and the problem continued. So they came and got me and charged me again. And Honda doesn't recognize the fuel filter as a problem. This bike, I'm just telling you, I'm so unhappy with it. I still own it for the moment, but let's go back to the video and talk. Let's see what I say when I arrive at Fifth Gear Power Sports. Well, here I am at Fifth Gear motorcycle shop in Elko, Nevada. My rear bearing has gone out on the Africa Twin. I had it towed off the interstate to a local hotel and just limped it here about 200 yards. It was not a fun ride, but I got it here to the Honda shop. So as soon as they open on Tuesday, they'll be able to start work maybe on the mystery motorcycle, or at least ordering parts for it. So I'm gonna just leave it here where I could get it. Yeah, pretty disappointed. Had it at a shop yesterday. They looked at it, said it's just the brakes. They're slapping up against the brake disc, and that's what's making that grinding sound in the back. We need to replace all the pads, and you should be good to go. That was not the case. I got about almost 300 miles away from that shop when the rear end felt like it was breaking loose, like I had a flat tire. I got off the bike, checked the tire pressure. Unfortunately, the tire pressure was perfect, and so that meant that it was the rear bearing. Looking at the rear bearing, it's broken. The seal is off, and there are no bearings in it, so not good. Yeah, the tow bill was $350. That sucked for about 35 miles of towing, but that was all right. I mean, it was less than $1,000, and at least I'm in a place that actually has a Honda motorcycle shop. And these guys specialize in off-road, so hopefully they've got some parts in stock. If they don't, hopefully they can get them soon. Hopefully they'll actually work on the bike. But if not, I'll just fix it right there in their parking lot, like I did yesterday. I put brake pads on in Carson City because those guys can't work on an Africa Twin, oddly. Anyway, so that's it. I'm going to be here in Elko for a few days. I went for a run this morning. I got a little rental car. I'm just going to drive around. Maybe I'll take some videos with my helmet on inside the car, just so you can see what it's like. It's going to be magic, he says sarcastically. Hey riders, thanks very much for watching that video in its entirety. If you would, click over here on the subscribe button, and then the button just to the right of it, that is the bell button, and if you press that, that lets YouTube know that you want to know what I've been up to on this particular channel. So every time I post something new, they'll alert you, and that's cool. Because if I'm just doing this for me, I'm not going to be doing this. So please subscribe, be aware, know what's going on. Also below, you're going to find my channels to my social media, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that shizzle bedrizzle. You can sign up for those too. Stay alert, stay aware of what's going on.
Also, I'm going to share the link to Motohawk.com. That's where you can go to make me be your ride guide to the southeast United States. If you're traveling in North Georgia, East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, Virginia, or West Virginia on 2 wheels, let me help you out. I've got 3 great books. They're available on the website, and there's some other cool information to share on the website too. All right, I hope that you really enjoyed the video. Be safe, ride smart, but have a great time.